Hi, it's Kamau. Welcome back to my channel. If you're just joining me for the very first time, please consider subscribing. Now, we're continuing with our game, This or That, and this is part 8. So in this game, I run down a list of 12 pairs of words and I tell you which of the pairs I prefer, and you tell me in the comments which of the pairs you prefer. Pretty simple, right? And I don't want to be playing this game by myself, so please join me. Just comment and tell me which ones you prefer. So for this round, the first pair, your library card status, returned or overdue. Now, I remember not so long ago I had overdue books. The librarian called me up and she said, you know, we're going through our files and it seems like you have some books that are long overdue. As a matter of fact, several years overdue. Now, in my defense, my home is a library. So when I borrow books from the library, those books become a part of my home library and they sometimes get lost. So it's kind of difficult sometimes to trace to track them down and return them. So I was charged a hefty fee for those books. Paid up my fee, so I'm in the clear. I'm in the clear right now. But I have to say, for many years, I had that over my head, overdue. So yeah, so right now I can go with returned. I've returned all my library books. Number 2, you're eating your favorite food. Do you use your fingers or your fork? I definitely would prefer using my fingers. It's just more intimate, and you just you bond with the food. I'm into that kind of thing. So definitely prefer. I don't like utensils in general, and I particularly don't like using knife and fork. So if you're easily embarrassed, don't invite me out to a fancy restaurant. I'm not going to be eating with knife and fork. As a matter of fact, I might use a spoon or just my fingers. I just prefer that. I don't like the cutting. I'm not into the knife and fork thing, right? So don't invite me. I've seen persons eating fruits and they slice up the fruit, like you're eating a mango, you're slicing up the mango. Why on earth? Why on earth would you be slicing up those kind of things? The mango is eating the mango is a ritual. It requires your fingers. Because you see, you have to peel, first of all, you have to eat off what's in the skin itself. And then you eat the flesh, and then you have this love affair with the seed itself, right? And then when that is done, you have a love affair with your hands. So the juice went all over, so that's how you eat mango. You don't slice up a mango and eat with a fork. Come on. Alright, so I'm definitely going with fingers. Number 3, you're not feeling well. Who do you call? The farmer or the pharmacist? No, I'm going with the farmer because I believe your food should be your medicine. And if you eat the right food to begin with, you don't need any medicine. I'm not into the pharmaceutical, stuffing yourself with all these chemicals. Definitely no. There are some pharmaceuticals that are used to treat acute conditions. If you're in that state and you become, for example, if you get an asthma attack, or if you're bleeding and you need something to stop the bleeding, that kind of thing, acute conditions, certain pharmaceuticals are very useful. But I believe you should focus more on prevention, preventative measures. And for that, definitely the farm produce are the best for that. So I'm going with the farmer. I like my food fresh from the tree, fresh from the, the herbs, the ripe fruits in season, those vibrant colors, the dark Otahiti apple, the mellow mango. That's my medicine. That's preventative medicine. Number 4, the police pull you over. Do you take a ticket or do you try to bribe your way through? I'm definitely taking the ticket. I mean, I'll try and talk my way out of it, charm my way out of it, if it's possible, depending on what the situation is. However, I'm not going to bribe. Definitely not going to bribe. And I think we should really try to move away from the frame of mind that corruption is the only way to go. You have to grease somebody's palm, you have to pay your way out of stuff. We need to really get away from that mentality. And yes, we can try and reason, and depending on the situation, if it's a minor thing, you might get a bribe, but definitely not bribing. Number 5, elope or wedding. Now, I'm a free spirit. I'm totally open to eloping. However, I think I would really love to have a nice wedding, a nice lavish wedding. I've never been married, so I think when the time comes for me to get married, I'd love to have a beautiful wedding, complete with, the perks. I'd love to have an African themed wedding. I'll enjoy watching, for example, the South African weddings. I remember watching Kansimi's wedding. Kansimi, the comedian from Uganda, her wedding was just so beautiful. The music and everything. I'd love to have something like that. So I'm going with the wedding. Number 6, evolution or creation. Well, the fact is, for creation to have for things to have started creation, you would have to assume that there was nothing before that, right? And I've never experienced nothingness. My logic does not allow me to conceive of something coming out of nothing. So I cannot go with creation. I see evidence of evolution, however. I see things evolving. I see they tend to evolve from the simpler form to the more complex form. I see that all around me in nature, so I'm going to go with evolution. Nonetheless, I'm quite prepared to admit that I just do not know, and maybe will never know, and I'm quite comfortable with that. Alright, so number 7, you have an important deadline. Do you go at a steady pace or is it the last minute rush? Well, the editor at the newspaper that I used to write for will tell you Kamau is always last minute rush. Headlines don't mean a thing to me, it seems, because I just cannot work with them. You see, I'm a free spirit. So I will find all other kinds of things to do, and then I have to wait until that last minute, the very last minute. Now remember, for a newspaper, they definitely have to work with headlines because there's a cutoff for certain sections to go, to meet the publication. And my editor would be telling me, okay, I need to put these things to bed by X time. Totally went over my head, no meaning at all to me. So many times my stories just didn't make it. I mean, they're not gonna wait for me, right? But I just don't work with people who work with headlines. Deadlines are just so boring. I mean, I need that adrenaline rush, that last minute, and I really tend to do very well when I'm in that last minute and I'm rushing. I do very good quality work. So yeah, That home stretch, that home stretch does something for me. When I turn the corner and I see the last stretch home, and I'm focused on that, and I'm putting all my energy in that. Yeah, so I'm going with the last minute rush. Number 8, making love, one-to-one or threesome. Now this threesome thing is something that, you know, you hear, it's like relationships have to go through that phase where you ask for a threesome, or you offer your partner a threesome as a way of showing your what. I don't know. I'm not a threesome person. I don't think I could watch the person who I'm in love with making love to somebody else. I know me. I'm secure, but not that secure. I'm going to, at some point, I'm going to be folding my hands and looking and saying, hello, why are you enjoying this so much? Why are you enjoying this person so much? I'm going to be folding my hands to the side and doing like this. Hello, what about me? So I like my thing to be my thing. Mine is mine. I don't like to, I mean, if you're talking about sharing in terms of polygamy, that's a different thing. But to be in that space, that right there with the person you love and somebody else, I don't think I could do that. I don't know if maybe further down I will open my mind to that, but right now as is, I can't do that. Alright, number 9, dishes, hand or dishwasher. Well, you know, I've never actually used a dishwasher. I've never used a dishwasher. I've been to homes where they had dishwashers and still they use their hands, and I use my hands. So I don't know if I would trust my dishes to a dishwasher. I've never used one. So for example, even when I'm using my juice extractor, my NutriBullet, which many persons find it so tedious to use and clean up, it's not tedious for me. As soon as I use it, I just wash it up and just get it out of the way. So I don't know, I'm quite comfortable with my hand. Number 10, bath or shower. So I'm going to go with shower. I don't like the idea of sitting in a bath. I think I like more the Japanese concept of, if you're going to take a bath, you shower first. So you actually clean your body first, and then you have the bath. You sit in the bath. So, you know, you make sure you wash off all that grime and dirt. You don't sit in it. So in that case, yes, I would use the bath. But typically though, I'm going with the shower, and you know, it's more conservative on water. Right. Number 11, sprint or marathon. Definitely the marathon. Steadily moving towards your goal. You know, I'm not in it for the quick, because you can burst off with all this energy, and then you just go down the road and you're completely winded. You lose everything. So I'm more for the steady pace. Slowly, consistently, focused, long term, for the long haul, step by step. I'm going with the marathon. And number 12, your life. Is it an open book or top secret? Well, actually a little of both, but I'm gonna go with the open book. I really have nothing to hide. I mean, I'm private. There's not everything you're going to broadcast, but if it were to be broadcast, I would not have, there's no shame, I have nothing really no skeletons in my closet, nothing that if somebody found out I would be, and I want to bury myself and sink into the ground, nothing like that. It's just that not everything is for the public. But I am totally free, totally open, and depending on who you are, I'm completely comfortable discussing all aspects of my life. I've never been one to, well, I'm never afraid of what people will think of me. My life is my life, and I'm here to live it according to my rules. So I don't watch no face. As we say in Jamaica, we don't watch no face. We just go, we just do our thing, right? Not trying to hurt anyone or belittle anyone, or it's just me heading my way, staying in my lane. Alright, so I'm an open book, but I choose to reveal what I choose to reveal. Put it that way. So here's the list. Library card status, returned or overdue. Eating your favorite food, fingers or fork. Farmer or pharmacist. Pulled over by the police, ticket or bribe. Elope or wedding. Evolution or creation. You have an important deadline, steady pace or last minute rush. One-on-one or threesome. Hand or dishwasher. Bath or shower. Sprint or marathon. Open book or top secret. Please let me know in the comments what your choices are and why, and I'll look out for part 9.